When we hear the name Machiavelli, what comes to mind? A shadowy figure in a darkened room whispering poison into a king's ear. A puppeteer pulling the strings of state. A tyrant for whom the ends always justify the means. The word Machiavellian itself has become a synonym for cunning, cruelty, and ruthless ambition. A dark caricature of a political monster, scheming his way to power through deceit and backstabbing. We picture a world built on fear, where morality is a weakness and power is the only prize. This is the villain persona, the enduring image of a man whose very name is a warning. But, like so many villains in history, the truth is far more complex than the caricature. To understand the man, we must first understand his world. So, who was the real Niccolo Machiavelli? To find him, we must travel back to the turn of the 16th century, to an Italy that was not a unified nation, but a fractured and chaotic battlefield. City-states like Florence, Venice, and Milan were locked in a constant struggle for survival, caught between the ambitions of powerful European monarchies, the political maneuvering of the Pope, and the swords of ruthless mercenary captains. Machiavelli wasn't a king or a conqueror. He was a Florentine diplomat, a civil servant who witnessed this chaos firsthand. He saw his city rise and fall. He negotiated with powerful leaders, and he felt the sting of foreign invasion. Then, in 1512, his world collapsed. The Medici family returned to power in Florence, and Machiavelli, a servant of the Old Republic, was accused of conspiracy, tortured, and cast into exile. It was here, in the quiet solitude of his country farm, stripped of his position and purpose, that he wrote his most famous work, not as a monster, but as a patriot desperately searching for a way to save his homeland from ruin. This is where we must re-examine his notorious book, The Prince. Popularly seen as a diabolical handbook for tyrants, a closer look reveals a different purpose. Machiavelli wasn't writing an ode to evil. He was crafting a brutally honest survival guide for a leader in a time of crisis. When he advises a prince to be feared rather than loved, or to know how to do wrong when necessary, he isn't celebrating cruelty for its own sake. Instead, he's making a pragmatic argument. In a world of wolves, a leader cannot afford to be a sheep. The ultimate goal wasn't personal power or endless conquest, but the creation of a strong, stable state capable of defending itself and uniting a fragmented Italy. For Machiavelli, the greatest evil wasn't a ruthless prince, it was the chaos, war, and suffering that tore his country apart. Stability, even if achieved through harsh means,